Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Mahdi. This is Michael. I apologize. The VoxyPop website, the whole website is down. I have no idea why. Every few months, it just goes offline. Usually it's no more than about a day or two, and it should be back online hopefully tomorrow or the next day. But meanwhile, you just emailed me your pretest for the pronunciation part of my course, and I am Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons. So what I want to do now is listen to your recording, and I'll give you some comments.
Lesson 7. Pot, boat, rank, grow, honor, over, father, do. Lesson 8. Pet, pot, map, mop, tag, talk, and, on, make, mark. Lesson 9. Bright, brown, broil, lie, loud, loyal, pie, pound.
So with this one, be careful about the oi, broil, broil, loyal, oi. So that's a lesson I think you can probably focus with specifically the oi. So that's lesson 9.
Lesson 10. Gate, get, late, lit, mate, mit, blade, blit, dane, den.
Hey, you speak really clearly and you're speaking quickly. I like your tone and your volume.
Lesson 11. Meet, mit, pete, pit, leap, lip, seat, sit, heat, hit. Lesson 12. Look, luck, or look, lug, took, tool, tough, could, cool.
It's good.
Lesson 13. Match, mesh, cheap, sheep, feature, fisher, shaft, cheer, shear.
Now with the word, the CH, the shaft, shaft.
Lesson 14. Off, half, fine, wine, vine, fan, van, wafer, waver.
Good.
Lesson 15. How.
Now wait a minute. With the numbers, you sounded like you said 50. It's 15, not 50. So when you're doing numbers of 10, you put the stress on the second syllable. When you're doing numbers of 10, you put stress on the second syllable. Compare. 15, 50. 16, 60. So be careful about numbers.
Habit, who, rehash, behavior, hate, Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, turtent.
Now what we do here in American English is there's a sound called the flap, and I want you to review that sound in this particular lesson. It's these sounds here. You're trying to pronounce the T, but in the middle of the word Batman, we don't really pronounce the T. Bitten, or important, brightening, hat rack, threatened. So even we say mountain, not mountain. We say mountain, not mountain, typically. So and that's lesson 15. It's called the flap. Pay attention to that. Being able to use the flap in English, it can help you speed up your speech a little bit.
Lesson 16. Measure, fragile, Fraser, legend, lesion, engine, azure, large, Asia.
I think you want to study this lesson. This is lesson 16. Particularly the j, the Fraser, measure, azure. So I think you need more practice. Lesion, the j. It's kind of like Mahdi. You have like a Z and a J. You kind of put it together and you get, it's called a palatal consonant. J, measure. All right, let's keep going.
Lesson 17. Cake, sink, sack, came, game, cap, gap, lake, leg. Lesson 18.
Good job.
Lean, rear, better, luggage, rugged, other, right, light, committed.
Now, what microphone are you using? You got a good mic, if you don't mind me asking. If you could send me a quick email and I'll tell other students, because I get sometimes the worst recordings. The sound is so terrible, and it's not because the student has bad pronunciation, but it's the audio recording is low quality, but you have a very, very good recording.
Lesson 19. Pace, bass, flap, flap.
Now wait a minute. Now when the B's at the end of the word, let's compare. Flap, flab. Cap, cab. Lap, lab. So you have to make that vowel before the B needs to be longer, because the B is a voice consonant. Now the P is a voiceless consonant, which means the vowel will be shorter before that. Now don't ask me why, but that's just kind of a phonological rule in English. So I think you're having trouble with this one. This is lesson number 19.
Cap, cap, lap, lap. Pay, bay. Lesson.
Yeah, see, you're gonna run into trouble if you say lap, lab. Even though you're pronouncing the B, you're not making that vowel longer, so it's going to be really tough for a native speaker to understand the difference between those two sounds.
20. Lice, lice. Zip, zip. Sue, zoo. Maze, maze. Elisa, Eliza.
It's good.
Lesson 21. Multiple, Robert. Example, Persia. Principle, number, people, philosopher.
It's good.
Lesson 22. Volcanism, written, maximum.
But get your stress on that volcanism, volcanism. You said volcanism, but it's volcanism.
Question, summer, reason, jazz, often.
The word chaz is chasm, chasm.
Lesson 23. Tip, dip, card, card, tide, tide, train, drain, fat, fat, team, dream.
That's good, pretty
Lesson
good.
24. Thigh, thigh, rib, bread, teeth, teeth, through.
This is hard for you. This one is killing you. Be careful.
Tough, worth, worthy.
Yeah, I'm not convinced I think you need practice on this one. This is number 24. So you have the thigh. This is a sound that's hard for you. Thy. Breathe. The. Teeth. Though. Worthy. Worthy. So that's lesson 24. All right, let's hear about you. Tell me about yourself.
Question number 1. What is your educational background and your work history?
You got a good voice, I'm telling you. People pay money to hear a voice like that. I'm talking about commercials. Doing commercials, being on the news. You have that voice. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but you have a very formal, very authoritative type voice. You sound like a radio talk show host or a news anchor on the news. I love that voice.
I have a commercial management, of course, bachelor's degree in commercial management from my country, Iran, and I have an equivalent of it, which is called business administration from ECE organization in the United States.
Okay, cool.
I have a certificate of AutoCAD and I have a certificate of medical billing and coding from United States Career Institute.
All right.
I have worked as a realtor, banker, teller, cashier, sales associate.
My goodness, you've done all that? Wow, that's amazing.
Financial manager, human resources employee.
Now here's the thing, you have pretty good pronunciation, right? I can understand what you're saying, but you're pausing a little bit, kind of like you're thinking about what you want to say, almost like you're translating. So your speech is a little bit slow and non-native speaker like, a little bit.
And restaurant manager. Why is it important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English? It's because the country that I live in is United States, and the first language is English.
Okay.
In order to establish a communication between me and others, I need to know English. I need to know how to speak English. In order to have a better relationship with others. And the second thing is that the part of TOEFL exam is speaking. And I need to improve my...
Now, I like how you mentioned first you want to learn how to speak so you can communicate with others. You say that first, then you talk about the TOEFL second. I like that. What you're telling me is the primary purpose here is to help you improve your communication abilities, not just get a high score in the TOEFL. Am I right? That's perfect. So you have motivation here. You got two different areas of motivation. Obviously, you want to score high on the speaking section of the TOEFL, right? But you're even motivated so you can communicate with people here in the United States. It's that motivation, it's that first motivation, that's going to drive you to speak better and clearer and more fluently. That is the one right there. Now, you can also be motivated by scoring higher, but it's that first motivation that's really going to help you get the results you seek. So each day, remember what you just told me. You want to be able to communicate with others, right? And that's what we're going to try to do.
Speaking to get a better score.
And you will, we will.
What do you hope to achieve in this course?
You'll get a better score, my friend. We can do this.
Of course, I hope to improve my speaking skills. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And all right, let's take a look at what we just did here. So I listened to your pretest, and thank you for telling me a little bit about yourself, but that also gives me an idea. When you answer those questions, part A, B, and C, I can really kind of understand what your speaking is right now, the grammar, your vocabulary, all of those things. First of all, in the pronunciation part of my course, I want you to go through all the lessons, of course. Read with me out loud as I teach you the information in those videos. Reading out loud, Mahdi, that's called tracking. And as you read with me, you want to work on the same pacing, the same tone, the same rhythm. You want to try to pronounce all the same vowel and consonant sounds with me. Now, you really want to focus on these lessons. I already told you, but let me tell you one more time. Lesson number 9, 15, 16, 19, and also lesson 24. So you're having specific problems in those areas, and you definitely want to use the Speak Clearly part of my course to solve those problems. Now, I want to also give you an intelligibility score. And you can click on the link here in the email, and it'll tell you a little bit more about that intelligibility score. But you're actually pretty good. I'm going to give you 4.8 out of 7. The good news is, Mahdi, is I can understand you. I like your tone. I like your voice. I like how you're talking. I mean, you have it's very easy to listen to you. You do have some problems, as I pointed out, but you're definitely going in the right direction. So you're 4.8 out of 7. 7 is a native speaker. 1 is a beginner. So you're very, very high level with your speaking abilities. Now, what do you want to do? When you take my post-test at the end of the pronunciation section, your goal is to score 5.1 or higher out of 7. And that, to me, would show progress. That means when you're doing the TOEFL, if you don't get 26 on the TOEFL, it will not be because of your pronunciation. It will probably be some other reason. But hopefully you will be able to get 26. I don't say that to everybody, but I think based on your current speaking proficiency, I mean, you have a few problems you need to solve and work out, but I'm pretty confident that you should be able to get a very, very good score on the TOEFL. Alrighty, anyway, thank you very much for number one, joining my course, and thank you for sending me your pretest. I apologize again that the VoxyPop discussion group is not working right now, but do what you do tomorrow. If you go to the VoxyPop group and it's not working, then just send me an email of your speaking practice test if you do one, and I'll listen to it and give you comments, kind of like I'm doing right now. Alrighty, bye-bye.